Pope Francis on Saturday, April 8, 2023, at St. Isle by candle-bearing cardinals and other clergy. Rome. From a media perspective, the overwhelming focus of Holy Week 2023 has been on Pope Francis' health since it began on Palm Sunday, 24 hours after the Pope left Rome's Gemelli Hospital 3 nights later to treat a patient. Bout of bronchitis. Francis' stamina this week has taken a long time to talk quietly about a fin du regime climate in Vatican, simply skipping the Via Crucis celebration on Friday evening due to off-season cold weather in Rome, and otherwise displaying strong form during long and difficult rituals. Traveled the way. However, the intense attention paid to the Pope's physical condition means that other stories go largely unnoticed. Its predecessor, 16, who on December 31st. In 1927, for those with eyes to see, though, there were a few scattered reminders of Benedict XVI throughout the week. As Pope Francis did this year with 8 people from Albania, the United States, Nigeria, Italy and Venezuela, according to tradition, popes always baptize a handful of new faith members during the Easter Vigil. Given Benedict's personal history, being baptized at Easter Vigil likely forms a special bond with the late pastor. He gave a sermon worthy of Benedict. Referring Nietzsche's concept of beyond good and evil, which he argued that morality must be cast aside for humanity to reach its full potential, Cantalamessa argued that willpower emerges when any sense of good and evil is removed. Is the only thing left. This argument was also the basis of Benedict's thinking. Among other examples, he saw unbridled will to power, devoid any moral consideration, behind the rise of National Socialism in his hometown Germany in 1930s. Cantalamessa said that Nietzsche's thought had a wide influence, to point of being a prevailing fashion and atmosphere in the intellectual circles of postmodern Western world. The common denominator they all have, he said, is complete relativity in every field, ethics, language, philosophy, art and, of course, religion. Memorably, course, last sermon before his election as Pope, then Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger in 2005 Mass Pro Elegendo Romano Pontifex warned of a dictatorship relativism that took nothing definitively modern life, and whose ultimate purpose consists only in satisfying one's own ego's desires. Thus, to those familiar with Benedict's thought, Cantalamessa's Good Friday sermon in the presence of Pope Francis seemed almost like a homage. Finally, there was a largely unintentional reminder of Benedict's liturgical theology in the fact that Pope Francis presided over but did not celebrate Holy Week services. The Mass was a particular concern of late priest, and one of his favorite habits was to shift the focus away from sacred mysteries and focus on themselves, which those who celebrate too much during Mass describe as excessive creativity. To bring this point home, Benedict XVI always insisted on placing a cross on the altar during Mass celebrations. In his 2000 book, The Spirit of the Liturgy, he openly despised those who complained that doing so impeded their view of the priest. Famous. Sliding altar cross-side to give an uninterrupted view priest is something I consider be one of truly ridiculous phenomena recent decades, he wrote. Is the cross uncomfortable during the ritual? Is the priest more important than our Lord? While it's probably not what Benedict had in mind, truth is that those celebrating Holy Week were certainly not stars of show, due to heavy focus on Pope. Here are those who are truly celebrating the rites this week. Palm Sunday Cardinal Leonardo Sandri, Vice Dean of the College of Cardinals. Holy Thursday Christian Mass Cardinal Angelo de Donatis, Vicar of the Diocese of Rome. Good Friday Passion Mass Cardinal Mauro Gambetti, Prelate of St. Peter's Basilica. Easter Vigil Ritual Cardinal Arthur Roche, Prefect of Dicastery for Divine Worship and the Discipline of Mass. Easter Sunday Mass Cardinal Giovanni Battista Re, Dean of the College of Cardinals. Give it a month and I can assure you it takes a real Vatican cow to accurately identify these 6 clergy and what ritual they are celebrating. Even though this is Pope Francis' Holy Week, where Pope Francis reaffirms the resilience and determination that have always been defining qualities, these traces of his predecessor are still a reminder that the 2 popes will forever be linked in life. And even in